already know what it is. It's Barbershop Conversations. Hit the subscribe and the like button today.
Barbershop Conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So, I've been doing some thinking. I heard Ticket TV's video. I saw Dante's video today. I saw 78's video the other day. Town Biz, all you guys. And here's what I believe. Oh, let me tell you this. And I didn't hear any. It was a big fight this weekend on the Showtime card, and not one journalist mentioned the racist emails from Golden Boy. And this is what makes me really, really angry, is that if the black person created the crime, it makes world news. Floyd Mayweather goes to jail for a crime he quite possibly didn't do. It's on the front page of CNN, ESPN. But when a non-black person is the victim, is the perpetrator against a black man, Al Haymon, who's never done an interview that we know of in terms of boxing, it gets no news. So this is what I call, if you're reporting on this, I want you guys to challenge every major media outlet, whether it's ESPN, Yahoo, Boxing Scene, Fight Hype, ES News, Fight Hub, all these guys, LA Times, USA Today, all these guys and women, I don't want to recuse anyone, have a journalistic obligation. This is an obligation. This story should be on the front of CNN. Oscar De La Hoya is running a business that supposedly supposed to represent everyone, when in actuality, the comfort level in which that journalist spoke to his PR person is reprehensible, is disgusting. So I challenge, if you guys make a video, write an article, it is your journalistic responsibility to force Golden Boy to make a move, to force him. And matter of fact, I need to send this video to other people. I'm gonna text this to all the other guys that do commentary or get interviews. Well, everyone gets interviews, but it is our journalistic responsibility. Al Haymon has done nothing. Al Haymon has increased our workload. Shit. If you're a boxing journalist, love him or hate him, he has increased your workload by at least 100%. At minimum, bare minimum. And every time we do work, guess what? We get money. If you have a YouTube channel, and it goes both ways, the value of the content and versus people appreciating it. But at the end of the day, Al Haymon has brought us more boxing at a lesser price, and it is disgusting what's happening over at Golden Boy. And some of you guys may say, well, it wasn't him that sent the email. He accepted the email. And in order for that man to send that email, there has to be some type of language or relationship established to send that. I can't send a cold email and call someone a derogatory white term, a derogatory Mexican term, Asian term. I can't do that. And it is disgusting. And all major media outlets need to get this interview. Needs to demand, since Oscar De La Hoya is the president of Golden Boy, some of you guys are saying Bernard Hopkins, yeah, it's going to come down the tree. The apple has to fall to the ground. So it has to pass levels. But it starts with Oscar De La Hoya. And it is disgusting what the hell is going on. And Al Haymon cannot defend himself. And he shouldn't have to defend himself because he's never been pro or con or anything in public. So that's my call. And I'm asking if you hear this video, I'm asking all y'all, and I'm refraining from using expletive language, because if you don't report on this, I'm just telling you, if you don't report it, I'm going to challenge you personally. Why didn't you, from Dan Raphael to Ellie Setback to Ben from Fight Hype to Radio Raheem to Dante's Boxing Nation, who's a great friend of mine. I actually just spoke to Dante about this, and listening to this video, he's on it. So no need to go there. But I'm just saying from top to bottom, whether you're a small channel like mine or a big channel like ESPN, it is your journalistic responsibility to get to the bottom of this issue. And why it's so important? Because clarity, and one, they're in a deposition in terms of a lawsuit. I think it's a $300 million lawsuit. Al Haymon and Golden Boy is in a lawsuit. And let's be clear, I tell you guys in a lot of my videos, Oscar De La Hoya is my second favorite fighter. He's from East LA. I read about him every week in the newspaper. And I was telling this story today in the gym. When he held the American flag and the Mexican flag when he won the gold medal, I was like, that's my nigga. He is a loyal dude. I can respect someone who loves being Mexican. I have a great friend who is brown pride, got a brown pride tattoo. I mean, love him to death. Our sons were born around the same time. We go to each other's children's birthdays, and he has a master's degree from Columbia. Like, for real talk, that is my nigga. And we have, so I don't want to hear the recourse saying, oh, you just hating Oscar. No, I loved Oscar De La Hoya. When I say I picked Oscar De La Hoya twice against Shane Mosley. So, I mean, let's be clear. I hated Chavez Sr. because of what he did to Meredith. I thought he won the first fight, and I thought Richard Steele stopped it prematurely. And that was my introduction to boxing from the black fighter versus Mexican fighter or Latino fighter. From that perspective, that was my introduction to boxing that night. And I love what Oscar did to Chavez Sr. And I'm going to have this conversation with Chavez Sr. And I'll get to see him a lot between now and May 6th. So I want to have this conversation with him from a fair perspective. Not attacking him or anything like that. But I would enjoy having that conversation with Chavez if we have an interpreter there. But so I don't want to say, oh, you hate Oscar De La Hoya because he's Mexican. No one will ever be better than Roy Jones in my eyes. No one. No one. I don't care that I've seen with my own eyes. I've seen tapes of old fighters, but Roy Jones, talent, skill-wise, is the best fighter I've ever seen in my life. And not right behind him. I mean, there's distance between Roy Jones and Oscar De La Hoya, but I loved Oscar De La Hoya's story. He spoke English. He spoke Spanish. I understood him. I knew where he lived. I knew where he trained. He kept a $5 food stamp in his wallet. And when he held those two flags, I swear to God, I was like, that is my nigga. He is a loyal dude. He's going to come back to LA and bring us greatness. And now I'm asking Oscar De La Hoya, that flag you held in, that American flag you held in one hand and that Mexican flag you held in the one hand, I'm asking you to represent both people today. And under that American flag is blacks, whites, Asians, Latinos. I'm asking you to speak up for all of us. That gold medal is not from Mexico. That gold medal is from America. And I need you to stand up and speak on it. That's it. Plain and simple. And I'm asking, again, all the media outlets, from Yahoo Sports, Kevin Iole, to Dan Raphael, ESPN, my new friend at the LA Times, I forget his name, to Ellie's, the number one YouTube boxing scene, not boxing scene, probably the number one print, probably in terms of internet, getting it out there. Fight Hub, who has a big subscription base, Fight Hype, and bring it on down. Boxing Ego, 78 Sports, and then it gets down to me. I'm the low man on the totem pole, and you guys might say, "Oh, he's just doing this because he's trying to make noise." Let me tell you this, and if you know me, I cover boxing for the love of it. I don't cover it for the income that it generates. If you know me, I do well outside of boxing. It's not about that. it's about being pure. It's about being a journalist now. Now you guys are asking for these guys to be journalists. This is the time where I'm asking these guys to be journalists. And here we are. Here's a perfect opportunity. So barbershop conversations. I want y'all to get through the video, so I'm gonna keep it at 10 minutes. And this is a challenge. I'm dropping the gauntlet. And I tell you guys, the boxing media, that's my weekend family. From Thursday to the final press conference to Saturday night at Sunday morning at 2 a.m. when we're in the media room. I appreciate all these guys. But now I'm asking you guys to stand up for what is right. I don't want to hear, but I have allies with this. No. If Al Haymon would have did this, I would have demanded an interview with Sam Watson. I would have demanded an interview with Brandon, Marcus, and everyone else on PBC. Trust me when I say this. And you guys know how much I love them. So, so yes, I mean, you may say that I wouldn't say bias, but there's an admiration factor for me with Al Haymon, 100%. There's an admiration factor with Oscar De La Hoya too. Let me tell you, I admire Oscar De La Hoya, and he won't even give me an interview. I mean, you can ask every media. I get so frustrated because after every media event, Oscar De La Hoya runs to his Suburban or whatever that black truck is, and he never does an interview. I literally got to chase and try and catch Oscar De La Hoya to do an interview. And that was my second favorite fight of all time. So, barbershop and let's be, I can never take those inspirational moments that Oscar De La Hoya gave me as a fellow Angelino, living in a Latin Los Angeles. What, 60 something percent of Angelinos are of Latin American descent. There's no corner you can go to in the city of Los Angeles where there's not a Latino population. So I can't take away the inspiration that he inspired me. You know, in high school, reading about him. I'm checking how many points I scored that night in my high school basketball game. And Oscar De La Hoya is training for the Olympics. Or getting ready to train. You know, like little things like that. Or his early on in his professional career when he was fighting at Olympic Auditorium. I love the man. I loved him. So I don't want to, please don't come back to me with that backlash shit. Don't want to hear it. I'm challenging the media to do their fucking job. Do your fucking job today. Call Golden Boy like I will call Golden Boy as soon as I finish this video. While this video, well, I gotta wait because I'm gonna get the the processor makes noise, so it's hard to do videos when the computer is processing. But when this video gets done, I will call Golden Boy and ask to speak and ask to get an interview with somebody. So barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.